Hello, hello. All right, let's see if it's working. Looks like we might have video, maybe audio. I don't know. Yeah, YouTube's been glitching lately. Yeah, I think the live started. Failure to connect a few times. How's everybody doing this morning? If you can hear me, Nick Martino, Don Ray. Good morning. How goes it? How goes it? B&A. Good morning. Good morning, my man. Channel member. How you doing? It is good to see you. Is it Be Shady? Good morning. Chaos Theory. Can anybody hear me? I don't know. Is there Oh yeah, about time you break down for the new phone. All right, yeah, we do have sound. All right, thanks, Nick. Yeah, we've been. I think it's YouTube made some changes, so I think that's where a lot of those audio and video problems are coming from. But yeah, what a headache that's been. Nothing like yeah. I guess I'm not the only channel it's been happening to. It's been happening to quite a few people. So it is what it is. Yeah, another Sunday morning. How's everybody doing? Yeah, same old here. I think, yeah, I gotta take a break from the world craziness. I think it's just driving people crazy. Yeah, you just can't make this stuff up, right? That, uh, that woman that got shot by ICE in Minneapolis. I don't know if anybody saw the picture of her mocking Charlie Kirk getting shot in the neck. But yeah, she's in that crowd. Oh, the irony of mocking somebody getting shot in the neck by getting shot in the face for being a tool. Yeah, you can't. Wow, how do you deal with this stuff? Yeah, Nick, and I've been going down the rabbit hole doing the research. I've always been like, well, if you're going to talk about something, you should at least have a clue of what you're talking about, right? At minimum. And wow, it's just the level of stupid going on in the world right now. You can't make it up. You can't. And then yeah, and then all the censorship and all that. You talk about the wrong thing, and psh, yeah, everything crashes. So yeah, this has been one of those weeks where, hey, I thought 2026 was going to be a great year, but hey, I'm a man that's willing to admit when I was wrong, and man, it is off to a horrible start. Yeah, it's like one step forward, two steps back. I think 2026 is like one step forward, 26 cents back. Yeah. Um, yeah, at the end of the day, we're all left with our decisions. Yeah, that was, yeah, I don't know. I used to think that doing stuff like that, like if you got too close to a traffic stop, they would, that's obstruction and stuff, but they're letting these people get away with quite a lot. Um, Turkey mention? Um, yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, B&A, you're dating yourself, buddy. Yeah, can't we all just get along? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Can't you just stop breaking the law? I mean, that's the thing there, I guess. Um, yeah, exactly. Yeah, she went. It's not like she accidentally ended up on that street. She's part of the Minnesota whistleblower ice watchers or something, and they go around chasing down ice and ramming their cars into them and honking horns and blowing whistles. Yeah, sounds a bit like obstruction, maybe even aiding abetting and stuff like that. I don't know. It's all kinds of stuff. I'm no lawyer and I don't know too much about law. I like it that way, you know. It's like just if you don't do stupid stuff, you don't need lawyers. You don't need, you know, like I'm not quite sure how a lot of that stuff works. I have some friends that are lawyers, and you know, I ask some questions here and there. But um, good morning, Trish. Where'd my coffee go? No wonder why everything's dysfunctional this morning. It's all the way over there. This isn't going to happen. Um, yeah, we've got coffee. Thank goodness. Yeah, nice hot coffee, and then we're gonna wash that down with well, you guys know. But how is yeah, I'm Patty. I saw a couple of your shorts come up. Um, the oh, I can't remember the name of the knife. Um, yeah, and it had a blacked out blade, red aluminum scales. Yeah, it looked pretty sweet. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, common sense ain't common anymore, and yeah, the education system has let us down. Even, I mean, nothing's common anymore that used to be common. Even a little bit of respect every once in a while. Um, yeah, seems like the youth of America are some of the most disrespectful, ungrateful little turd nuggets the planet's ever seen. And I'm directly referring to like Gen Z and stuff. Yeah, they caught a bad rap, I guess. You know, with what they were handed. You know, I mean, like, yeah, the boomers took it all, left nothing for anybody else, and it's been less and less for each generation that goes on. But it doesn't mean they got to be a bunch of shitheads, you know. Like, yeah, a little respect goes a long ways, and yeah, they're lacking in that department. Yeah, seems going to DC would be more effective, but getting in someone's face, yeah, yeah, they're not peacefully protesting. I mean, I think it's like aiding and abetting. Just start arresting those turd heads too. Absolutely, they should. All the people out there, you know, like you can protest ICE peacefully and stuff like that, but the ones chasing them down, in fact, the ICE officer that pulled the trigger on that one, he was in the hospital 6 months earlier for getting you know, drugged down the road by a car, had to get a bunch of stitches. I don't know, like 28 stitches, 32. I don't know. It was a bunch. Um, yeah, hard to take seriously. Yeah. Um, Persian version. Yeah, F around and find out. But hey, um, it just it baffles me how many people are out there doing it. Like, yeah, you're up for, you know, all this mass immigration, you know, cause rental prices to go up. You know, you bring 20, 30, 40 million people into the country. It's going to cause rent prices to go up. It's going to keep labor costs down. They're all willing to work for nothing. And the more people are that there are to work, the less we're going to get paid. Supply and demand, that old school thing. But yay, the great replacement, right? Um, yeah, not just a conspiracy theory anymore. We're finding out, and we finally got the answer to how is it somebody comes into this country and like 2 years later they're living in $1 million home with a couple of $100,000 vehicles, you know, Cadillac Escalades and all that. How are they doing that? Well, we know how some of them are doing it. We don't have to question that anymore. Meanwhile, America's going bankrupt. I guess the land of the tiny hat people wants another $100 billion. And if you like, we shouldn't be sending our money overseas. We should be spending it on ourselves. Then you're in that label anti-Semitic again. But um, I don't know. Yeah, I just need people to buy my art so I can continue to survive. Hey man, I know the feeling, man. I yeah. Hey, I'm a washed up has been. Nobody needs me. Nobody wants me kind of person, you know. So yeah, I'm trying to restart life as you know whatever the hell it is I'm doing now, YouTube, and tried coming out with a couple products, but hey, nobody buys it. Whatever, everybody broke. It is what it is. I don't push it too much, but yeah, man, I totally um yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I made $20 this month so far. Hey, well, let's have a little competition on that. I'll tell you what I made so far this month. I'll tell you what I made in the last 28 days. I made $16.51. Yeah, $16.51 in the last 28 days. That's what my channel analytics say. So you beat me there, man. Stop your whining. We don't have time for your sniveling. You made $20, dude. Like that ought to buy you a house and a car and 6 months worth of groceries. I'm just playing. Somebody gonna get upset. Left my career to take care of him. Yeah. Hey man, I lost my career due to the scamdemic. So yeah, and I was doing the math. It's like it's been 5 years now. What happened? In the last 5 years, I've lost $750,000 in potential income. You used to make about $150,000 a year, jumping out of airplanes, packing parachutes, having a good time, living the dream, I would say. But yeah, now it's like I'm not qualified to stock shelves at Walmart. I don't fall under a DEI category. I'm just a white guy with a woman. Oh no, the evil man. You guys know how it works. So, yeah, I think, yeah, I don't recognize, he might not be used to my humor. But, but this one time at Skydive Camp, I need to sell my organs if you know of anyone in need of any. Yeah, I know, right? Absolutely. Hey, if there's any women out there looking for sperm donors, I'll give up my thing if I have to. Can you say that? I don't even care what you can say on YouTube anymore. We're just go big or go home, like leave me alone or shut me down. Um, Stop messing with my analytics or delete my channel. Um, yeah, God gives his strongest battles to his strongest soldiers. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that before, Nick. Yeah, I think that sometimes it's true. Um, yeah, I don't like when they killed off Monty. Hell yeah, I'm gonna say fuck yeah. Yeah. USA 1776, right on, man. Yeah, correct coming from an ambassador, Jesus Christ. Ryan Beans 172, the beans might be causing the stain. Yeah, hey man, I don't, and that's the whole thing, man. Everybody's so divided with the Trump or the Biden, man. They're all politicians. 110% of them, they're all crooked, they're all corrupt. None of them really have anything in mind for you. They'll offer you a steak and have a hot dog. Here's a good example of Trump's turd nuggets. Um, no tax on overtime. Let me clarify that for you. And I'm not a high end politician. No tax on one third of your overtime with a limit of up to 1,200. I mean, $12,500. That's what it really should have meant. Like no tax on overtime means hey, anything over 40 is clear from it. So yeah, I'm not supporting Trump. I'm not supporting Biden. I don't support any of those crooked politicians. In fact, we need to revamp the whole system. We got two types of politicians in this country. We got broke ass wannabe politicians that go in there to become rich. Like the Ilhan Omar, negative $65,000 net worth. A couple years later, $34 million. There's a good example. Then we got the second type of politician who has a whole bunch of money. They don't need any money. They don't even need to be working. But they become politicians because they want the power. They're building a legacy. They want to make rules and laws, conquer lands, and those are the two types of politicians. Neither one of them, though, know what the fuck their job is, and their job is to take care of the American people. Not Somalians, not Israelis, not Afghanis, um, not Brits, not Canadians, not their first job is for the people. But no, they're for their bank account and for their name, for their power. Yeah, 24. Yeah. Yeah, 24 if you're married, no taxes on overtime is true. I'm experiencing it now. It's awesome helping pay off medical bills. Yeah, I'm surprised I'm not taxed for wiping my ass after that is the tax, man. That is the tax. I don't call it toilet paper. I call it shit tickets. It's that little fine you got to pay every time you pinch one off. Uh, Yeah, oh man, I can't even, one of my buddies said that to me years ago. Like came out the bathroom, he's like, "You're out of shit tickets." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So yeah, it's chess, not checkers, right? Yeah, plenty. Yeah, plenty. Yeah, I don't know, man. I asked a guy about roofing, and I didn't oblity, the Espanol, so I got declined for that. I don't depends on where you live, man. Not every place is building. The job market around here is crap. Yeah, our mall shut down, so all those jobs are gone. Business has been going out. Ever since 2020, everything shut down, and they don't want 51-year-old critical thinkers that want to get paid for their time and things like that. Even if you're willing to take entry level pay, it's not like they're offering 18 bucks an hour, and I'm asking 40. They just don't want somebody who can think. Um, TP is taxed in the water, and yeah, everything is taxed. Everything, a gallon of gas, a pack of smokes, yeah, everything is taxed. And then if you own property, you gotta, yeah, of course, the property taxes. If you want to put a deck on the back of your house, have a little barbecue or something, yeah, you got to pay a permit and a tax. Everything is taxed. We're like we're taxed into poverty. Meanwhile, the rich don't pay nothing. Oh, even with you when you change with the times. But yeah, when you look at a guy's resume and he's been self-employed for basically 27 years, um, yeah, you get put on the unhireable list, and you don't have people checking applications anymore. You don't even fill it out on paper. No, that you go in, ask for an application, they give you a card with the website. You go home, you go to the website, you fill it in, then you send it to them, and AI goes through looking for keywords or key issues or whatever, and yeah, there's people out there filling out hundreds of applications, including myself, never getting a call back. Like not even a face to face interview. You don't even get a call back. Not even a thanks for the application. But they'll put you on their mailing list and try to sell you crap. Yeah, yeah, that's the whole thing. I am a problem solver. Um, and yeah, they don't like that. They want good little, worker bees to, do their beck and call and join their political side. AI puts that shit straight into yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, AI goes through. Like I found out, and some of them are just ghost jobs. Some of the jobs don't even exist. Companies put out jobs because it looks good to their investors. Like if you're hiring, you're expanding, is the way they look at it. Yeah, people with huge experience often won't get hired for the worker bee jobs. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Don Ray. And that's all there is around here. It's just worker bee jobs. It's like literal insanity. No wonder why we can't evolve. It's like the need no kid, like, yeah, leave no kid left behind. So rather than figuring out a way to educate kids and bring them up to standards and overall increasing like the quality of life and society, they dropped it to the lowest denominator. And now we've got more kids graduating high school illiterate than we did in like 1925. Um, so yeah, we've got the same stuff going on. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, I had an older guy I interviewed once who was overqualified. I couldn't hire him. He was way more experienced than me. Yeah, no, okay, yeah, yeah. In hindsight, I should have hired him. Yeah, man. Me personally, I've never, man, I try never ever to surround myself with people that know less than me. I always try to find people that know more than me. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. Like when I was chasing my parachute riggers rating, I didn't just stick to the textbook, the classic pointers manuals and stuff like that. I found the best parachute riggers, the best master riggers I could work under. The ones that Oh, he nitpicks and stuff. Oh, well, that's where you should learn parachute rigging from. Not the guy who lets it slide, oh, that's okay, it'll be fine. No, I found some, like master riggers like Dave Hersey, Brian Grady, um, Don Mayer, the list goes on. Yeah, that's the way you learn is to find people that know more than you. And that's how I earned my well, part of how I earned my reputation is finding the best of the best and learning from them, taking every tip and trick they had, and putting that in my toolbox. And then a whole lot of stupid stuff. Nobody trusts a parachute rigger that doesn't trust his own stuff. So I had a reputation for I'd suck it down, I'd hum it down low, and um, yeah, I got grounded a few times. Just like a pilot, like just like Maverick. You do something stupid, they take your wings away for a little while. And if you really want to get back up there, you've learned your lesson. I just learned to do it when the people at B aren't around. Um, yeah, helicopter mechanics are the people I tend to think know the most, or not the most, but they are smart. Yeah, yeah. I usually advocate to hire the overly qualified folks, but that guy made me second guess that stance. Yeah, just getting caught up on the comments here, guys. Um, yeah, it turned out to be a boat rocking cluster. Yeah, they had that. Yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft. They hired somebody recently, and thought he was going to perform much better. And yeah, the guy had more issues than Playboy going on. So yeah, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but it's difficult. The struggle's real. A lot of stuff out there is legitimate, but yet they want to give, like, hundreds of thousands of work visas to people to come into the country and work. It's like trying to figure out why people are homeless. People are just being priced out of their homes. It's not by decision anymore. Like there's like 1.7 million vacant homes in Florida, but there's a ton of homeless people. They just can't afford the crazy prices. Yeah, my buddy's dad was a helicopter mechanic. I learned a lot from that guy. I learned how to fix air cooled VWs because of him. Yeah, that's cool. I'm off to troll redcoats. Y'all have a good one. All right, there, USA 1776. Thanks for stopping by, man. We definitely appreciate you being here. Have a good one. I saw Deneen show up as well. Deneen, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. How are things up there in Alaska? Um, Deneen sent thumbs up for 10 trolls. Thank you, Deneen. We appreciate you. We definitely appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm always trying to learn stuff I don't. Yeah, Nick, it's fun to do. Yeah, learning stuff you don't know. It's a good time. Um, yeah, I thoroughly enjoy that. Yeah, always. Yeah, I try to learn something new every day, and if I don't, it's because I was just busy adventuring. I was kicking the pedals for 18 hours and slept the other six. Oh, it's Deneen's birthday, everyone. We should be giving you gifts. I don't think we can though. But yeah, it's Deneen's birthday. Everybody say happy birthday. Um, I'm not supposed to ask, so I'm not going to ask. But if you want to mention how old you are, that's cool too. Now, for real, good morning. For real, all right. And Trisha's back. Mo Patty EDC, welcome back. Yeah, Trisha's been dropping some content lately, posting some content. I don't know how you say that. She's been putting stuff up on the YouTubes, guys. And hey, if you want to support Mo Patty, hey, I think most of you do by now. But yeah, she's been dropping some content as well. I would Deneen, I honestly I would sing happy birthday to you, but I've had way too many people unsubscribing lately. So there'll be no singing today. I could just see that would cause like mass unsubscriptions. Um yeah, two guys can totally put one totally together from nothing to running in like an hour. Yeah, I always dreamed of finding a military Jeep that was packaged like that. Yeah, that would, yeah, Nick, I've seen those. They can build those things in like no time at all. That was the whole point of them. I for a while I thought about building a Jeep, but who knows? Maybe someday. When I get like 80 million subscribers, it'll be a YouTube special, and then we'll just give the thing away. Um, oh, 49. Happy 49th birthday, Deneen. How are you dreading the 50, or are you just happy where you're at? B&A will be old this year. What are you talking about, B&A? You're already old. We can tell by your comments. You know too much stuff, man. Yeah, you know the Transformers and Mask and GI Joe Saturday morning cartoons. Um, yeah, the 50. I was excited when I'm still excited. Yeah, it seems like the older you get, the more you know. The less stuff upsets you, I think. So, yeah, I've mellowed up my older years for sure. I'm just, it is what it is. I built a few Jeep Wranglers from the ground up. I would totally help you. Yeah, that would be fun. Building a Jeep from the ground up. I've got friends that are into all kinds of stupid stuff. Clearly, and yeah, I had some Jeep buddies. Oh, you can build them yourself, and that's how I found out the whole Jeep thing and everything. And yeah, it's they got like I don't know if they still have print magazines about it, but yeah, I had a few of the magazines. The parts are endless. You can order every nut bolt, every piece that's on a Jeep, including the frame. Like you can just say I want a new frame and shift everything over. But yeah, yeah, they are fun to build. I'd like to build a helicopter of brand new American sent 5 Bushcraft Rebooted gift memberships. Thank you, B&A. We definitely appreciate you, Pat. Who Chaos Theory received a membership. Nick Martino, Don Ray, Deneen. Deneen got a little birthday present, and Elsie Buell. Elsie, how you doing, my man? It is good to see. Elsie keeps me laughing all the time. He's got some of the greatest memes. He's like the meme master. But yeah, hey, thanks B&A. Yeah, everybody thank B&A. We definitely appreciate you, brother. And yeah, oh yeah, speaking of stuff. Um yeah, Nick's phone is malfunctioning, so it's good to know that. Nick, something happened with my Instagram and a whole bunch got deleted, including your address for the second time. So I need you to send me your address again, buddy. Um, it's yeah, my buddy made his own roof from an American flag. That's cool. Yeah, that is an awesome birthday present. I definitely appreciate you, B&A. Along with 5 other people, I'm sure just appreciate you just as much right now. But thank you very much, man. Definitely appreciated. Um, cheers to Pat. We'll kick back a little bean water for you. I don't know if the world keeps going the way it's going, man. We're gonna toss the bean water to the side. We'll be taking shots of bong water. Um, yeah, maybe that'll be a new Sunday morning thing. It'll turn into from the Bushcraft Brew Crew Sunday morning social to the oh life is messed up. Let's rip the bong every Sunday morning. Uh, but man, I don't know. I bet you inflation took those over as well. Um, yeah, mine is too, Nick, and it's weird because I'm missing like comments from like the December 2nd until I think January something. And yeah, we were scrambling the other day trying to figure out your address. And I checked. In fact, I think I even texted you on the phone, like the telephone, the messaging on the phone. Yeah, whatever we go. What is that actually called? I texted you on the phone, not just the app, the IG app. I don't know, man. I'm having a tech tard moment. Geez, I'm gonna bust out the Crayola crayons today and see if I can still stay inside the lines. Nick, haven't cut with it yet. It's awesome though. Oh, huge score alert. A lot of that stuff in your phone gets fixed when you just restart it. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, I'll try restart. I'm not sure if I restart my phone or not. I know I've gone months without it, and then it lags, and people are like, "When was the last time you restarted your phone?" I'm like, "I plugged it in last night. I unplugged it this morning." Um, Liquid Percocet is way better. Nick, haven't cut with it yet. It's awesome though. Um, G Ball Vision, what's happening? Welcome to the chat. How goes it? How goes it? Um, that phone conversation sounds like me and everyone who knows me. Yeah, I got forced into the smartphone. I didn't even want when I still had a flip phone. And you just made phone calls. You could text, but what is it? What number is it? Like you got to press like the number nine like four times to get to the S or something. I saw. I never texted prior to the invention of the QWERTY keypad. But anyhow, I digress. That's not the point. Um, yeah, I lost my phone in Key West. I was out mountain biking, lost it, and where I was riding, it like high tide came up, and so it's gone and broken forever. And so I went to the store to get another one, and all they had was smartphones. Like they had no regular phones whatsoever. Like like a flip phone, a Motorola Razr. Those are cool. But yeah, I got my first smartphone, and I had to go over to my buddy's house. My buddy Joe, one of the other tandem instructors, who's like really tech savvy. And I'm like, hey, dude, how's this work? So we spent like the next 4 hours, him and his wife sitting down, like they're showing me how a smartphone worked. And I'm like, look, man, I just really want to make phone calls and not have anything bad happen. But yeah, smart spying devices and tracker more like it. Also, political division. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they are, Pat. Yeah, Pat is spot on with that. Um, Kane Miranda, welcome to the chat. How are you? How is your day going? That is awesome. Yeah, my phone. Yeah, exactly, Nick. Mine as well. Like man, I feel awful sometimes too, especially trying to do the YouTube thing. But yeah, it's a Sunday thing mostly. If um if I don't turn my ringer back on after the live, I've gone as far as like Wednesday or Thursday and realized like I'm like it hasn't rung. It doesn't bother me. Uh, I I don't have any lines in my pocket from where the phone goes. If I go out, I usually just leave my phone at home. I'm busy doing something. So yeah, social media is destroying time and trying to manage your time with social media and stuff like that. Um, and I think on either end of it, I got tied up on the watching end of it to the point I'm like obligated to so many channels. I'm spending 30 hours a week watching live chats. I do my best, but now I kind of treat it like it's the 1980s and the radio in the background. Like I'll get up and walk away during a live. Like if I'm watching a live, and yeah, I'll just do what I got to do, and then if go back, sit down for a couple minutes, and yeah, it will consume massive quantities of your time, and here I am consuming your time. So I most definitely appreciate you guys choosing your time to spend with me. And as we all get older, and we're celebrating Danine's birthday today, you start to realize that time is the most valuable thing you have. It matters more than personal property, whatever little knickknacks we're collecting. It matters more than making sure we do a good job for the man at work. It's something I realized quite a few years ago. It's why I went on my biggest adventure of my life. Is I realized that I had the opportunity at 32 years old to live my life exactly the way I wanted to, under my terms. So I got rid of the automobile because that's kind of like a clutch, like the smartphone, in my opinion. My favorite thing to do is cycling, so I built a fancy bicycle, like the dream build. Like if I could build any bike right now, Well, when you're making skydiver money and your goal is a bicycle, you can build the Lamborghini of bicycles. Or in this case, like mine's like the my mountain bike's like the Humvee of mountain bikes, like for overlanding and stuff. But yeah, and then I realized that I would never have an opportunity like this later in life. So I set out and I started doing like extreme long distance like cycling, like New York to Florida kind of stuff. And I did that for a decade. And honestly, if I waited till I retired, like if I were 65 years old, that would not have been fun. So yeah, I was still young enough, still had my health. I was on top of my cycling game, and that's what made it awesome. And I figured, well, I'll probably work a couple more years in life. Actually, I never had any intentions of retiring. I was having too much fun doing what I do. So, but I figured that hey, I had my health, I had everything, I had no obligations, so I jumped on my bicycle and went bicycling, and for about a decade, and I stopped long enough to jump out of some airplanes, make some money, and get back on the road. So it was one of those. I don't think I'd never be able to repeat that. I don't think that the universe will ever align in a way that I could just be like, I got no cares in the world, and I'm gonna jump on my bicycle and spend the next decade tooling around. Watching 2 hours of protests with noisemakers and whistles getting your Greg. Um, yeah, I'm not so bad with short form, but long form was controlling me. I'd wake up and turn it on in the shower, going to sleep. Yeah, that's yeah, I'll get into it. Yeah, Nick, you've been saying that for quite a few months now. Like, I don't blame you. I'll ride gear till it's done. I'll wear a pair of shoes and I won't notice I need a new pair until you go out. It's been raining and the water's coming up through the bottom of your shoe. In fact, that happened to me one time recently. I was outside with Mrs. Bushcraft. It had been raining, and I'm like, all of a sudden, I felt my foot getting wet, and I look, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's time. I'm gonna need a new pair of slippers. So she ran out and got me a new pair of slippers. But yeah, I will. I will use gear until it fails. At one point, I'm ready to go outside dual wielding ARs, and I remember I'm not in Minnesota, yeah, Minneapolis, and I'm in my small town. Then go back inside and turn on the geopolitics. Oh yeah, man, it's. Yeah, I can't figure it out. I talk about it and people unsubscribe and YouTube like railroads my video or my live and stuff like that. But then I watch some of these other people, they're talking about it and they got, 7,000 people in the live and they made $2,000 in super chats. I'm like, come on, what, I don't know. I don't get it. Whatever. It is what it is. I don't think geopolitics and everything is really my forte. Um, but it's kind of a part of our life. It's almost unavoidable. I don't know. I've got to do better, but at one point I was ready to go. Yeah, I bought a XR one wheel a year ago. Ended up selling it, thinking about getting another one. No, I've never had one of those, Nick. Those yeah, you're talking about like the electric. It's like an electric unicycle you kind of stand on instead of sit on. Those are really cool, but I'm thinking, I don't know. I was not good at skateboarding, man. It wasn't my forte, and I kind of feel the same way about that. And I don't know. I think those things start getting expensive, a few grand a pop or something. See, that's the other problem. I have too many hobbies. I think too expensive to fund them all. Yeah, it is. You gotta like yeah, having a lot of hobbies is really expensive. I found like I rotate through the same hobbies over my life. Um, like I'll go through like my rock climbing phase where I'm climbing all the time, and then it's kind of like, oh, I want to do some kayaking, and but I need a new paddle, and it's like, oh, do I get a new rope for the summer, or do I get a new paddle? So yeah, it is, yeah. And then scuba diving, rock climbing, skydiving, base jumping, mountain biking, camping, hiking, and yeah, it all, yeah. I think you got to work it in rotation. It kind of like uh, yeah, you got to focus on one at a time, kind of put the other ones to the side. I think the number one mistake is don't sell your other gear though. Definitely keep it because then when that cycle comes back around, you're starting at like point A. You got to dump a ton of money. Um, well, I'm monetized and I do it for fun. YouTube is unreal on its algorithm. Yeah, yeah, Trish, you're not lying. Um, yeah, I was trying to do a bit more with it than just a hobby or something, because of my occupational situation. But yeah, it's man, it's a head wrecker. It really is. Um, okay, coffee second now. Can anyone answer me this? I have a bunch of really cool Bills mugs that I've gotten as a present, but never used them. Not sure why. Um, yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do with the mugs. I think, yeah, find somebody who likes them. Algorithm is high as fuck. Yeah, you're not lying, Pat. It's like, that's a good idea, G Ball. Hang up a yeah, yeah, put up a nice wood shelf, and I have a hard time. I don't I don't give away gifts. I don't know why. Like every gift, I mean, like unless it's like somebody I really hate, you know. But most gifts have good intentions behind them, and I've always viewed it as like when somebody gives you a gift, it's more than just the item. It's the hours of labor they put in to make the money to buy it. You know, it's beyond just the item. You know, so I always value gifts. Like my one folder like this. I've been rocking this thing for well over a year now. I appreciate it just as much as the day I got it. It took me over a year to finally make a short about it, though. I finally did a short about it. But yeah, it's beyond. It's not just the knife. It's what somebody had to make the money and work the hours and all that. So it's well beyond that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even YouTube employees don't know how the algorithm works. Um, just getting caught up on the comments, guys. I'm not brain farting it yet, but Kane, it's all over time of day. I've gone back to my original policy. Like I really give zero f's about the algorithm. I'm done with that poop soup. I'm gonna do what I want to do when I want to do it, while maintaining my word. My word is still more important than the algorithm. So like when I say I'm gonna do a live Sunday mornings and Friday evenings, I do. The rest of it I wing. Just wing it. Oh, that's Ryan. Hey man, this is the wrong app. I think you're looking for a different app. But yeah, if you're gonna I get what you're saying there. You'd like to craft my bush. Hey, well, while you're at it, why don't you turn around the backside and trim my ass hair, you tool? Um, Ryan Cox. What a name you got going there. Is it like, like, is it like a trade name? Because like it used to be the thing. Like William Thatcher, they thatch roofs and stuff like that. So, yeah, and we're gonna stick to the policy here on this channel. We like to troll the trolls. Come in here acting the tool. We're gonna treat you like a fool. We're gonna live rent free in your head for quite a while, man. Um, yeah, bear down. Yeah, but you go live a lot. I go here and there because the schedule is insane. Yeah, well, yeah, the schedule, like your schedule is insane. Um, I don't really go that often. I really it's Friday nights at 8 p.m. It's Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. And sometimes I do like a midweek one. The past couple weeks, like the last 2 weeks, I have picked up the pace a little bit, but it's backfired. So I'm like, well, that hasn't worked out well. But other than that, that's all I really do. In fact, I didn't do any shorts for over a year. I just started doing that like a week ago because I said I was gonna, or this year as of 2026. So I've thrown some shorts up, and I'm kind of like, I'm back to point A though. Like this live, I can communicate with everybody. Like, I know most of the people in here. It's great, but when it's non-live, I went back to like full idiot. I really did. I started doing a short and I started talking to the phone, which I like is I can talk on the phone, but talking to the phone is still like having a conversation with an inanimate object just doesn't register with me most of the time. And which is weird because I've done videos, like tons of videos, from behind the camera, like tandem videos and stuff like that. Um, do I do karate in the garage? No, man, I don't. Um, no, I don't. I don't even. I don't have a garage. Um, but I like to play ninja sometimes because I'm still cool with nunchucks and shurikens and stuff like that. Algorithm must be good in bed. Oh, what's his most one? You have a large bush and everybody knows it. Oh, poor Ryan. Go upstairs, and ask mommy for a hug. And maybe your day will get better. And the way you're acting now is the reason why a girl will never touch you in your special spot. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know it, but I'm a closet ninja. Um, who, it's like that time that Tool came in here and he's like, "Oh, you think you're GI Joe with some fancy knives?" It's like, no, dude, I'm a cupcake commando with a kung fu grip. Like, come on, man. Everybody was just like the song, exactly, just like that, Nick. Um, I don't know, maybe we finally scared little Ryan away, but yes, dilly to chili, yeah, that's a Leatherman plus. It absolutely is. It's a very special one too. Um, it's YouTube famous. That's why. Um, I'm a closet knife sharpener because that's where my sharpener is set up. That's yeah, got the yeah, chaos. Got the old mounted pencil sharpener. Remember those back in the day? Yeah, and then every once in a while you get it. That's rip in the air guitar. Oh man, I've met plenty of posers in my day. Like as like rock climbers and kayakers and wannabe skydivers and stuff. It's like, yeah, it is what it is. I think it became a trend. I'm not sure. It was like part of the participation trophy, like if I buy a whitewater kayak and a fancy carbon paddle and a Yakima rack and cover it with stickers and park it next to the river, then I'm a kayaker. Um, there's just, yeah, I think it became part of the participation trophy crowd or something. I'm a poser for sure. Well, we appreciate your honesty, man. But if you're that honest about it, I don't think you are. Um, I'll strop just a strop, and I always drop it like it's hot. Exactly, Nick. Yeah, yeah. In fact, don't put any stropping compound on there so you can strop even longer, right? And then when your wife catches you, you're like, "Leave me alone. It's my knife. I'll strop it as fast and as often as I want to." Oh, we're getting out of control this morning. So we haven't even talked about gear yet. Yeah, we did with Leatherman Wave Plus. Hey, this is a Leatherman case that Mrs. Bushcraft got me with my name on it, and it's not. I haven't really used it too much though. Yeah, we got that. I don't even know why I took that out. That's for the surge. But uh, no, but seriously, yes, dropping is satisfying, man. It absolutely is. It's one of those like you kind of got to focus a little bit, but not too much. It distracts you from what's going on in the rest of the world. Um, do you throw Chinese stars? I once threw Kevin Costner down a flight of stairs, but no Chinese stars yet. Um, yeah, man, they're shuriken. And I've thrown some. Man, that used to be the thing to buy. You get like three of them for like 7.99 or something back in the day. Yeah, I think everybody from the '80s has owned the 13.99 survival knife with the survival kit and the handle. I would like to find one of those just for nostalgia. It had the pleather sheath that didn't, it fell apart like the first time you used it. And then you'd repair it with duct tape or something, electrical tape. And you knew you were in trouble the second the old man was like, "Where'd all my duct tape go?" And yeah, I'm wearing it on my hip, dude. Um, yeah, nunchucks, and you start off with regular nunchucks because it's cool until you like smash a knee, crack a melon, and thwack yourself in the junk once or twice. Then you're like, yeah, yeah, I'm cool with the foam coated nunchucks. Um, I've definitely been a ninja 5 times over. I have at least 5 sets of throwing implements. Oh yeah, yeah, man. It's like standard requirements. And I'm a qualified ninja because I had both of the GI Joe ninjas. Oh, what was it? Shadow. What's the other one, man? I can't remember. Yeah, we're getting old. Leave Kevin Costner alone. He's a national treasure. Yeah, Shurikens add plus 20 charisma. Those mental cups are perfect for making pancakes. The metal for making pancakes. Oh, like little mini pancakes. Yeah, I could see that happening. Like these ones here, you just pour a little batter in there and do a little flip or something. And what kind of maple syrup would you put on it? I'm just curious. Would you go for the grade A, like 100% genuine maple syrup, or do you have like a something else? 'Cause some people in emergencies are okay with other maple syrups. I'm not. I'm not. I am not okay with generic maple syrup. Like when you grew up on real maple syrup, then just the fake stuff doesn't work. Ryan, do you need a timeout? Oh, what's he up to now? Pancake syrup. And that's the whole thing. Yeah, 100% genuine maple syrup is not only good on pancakes, but it's also good on waffles. Um, I want a waffle bot. Shuriken. Because this one time at Skydive Camp, no kidding. Miss Butterworth. Miss Butterworth. Is that real or is that like made? Yeah, it does. Yeah, real maple syrup lasts on definitely, along with mustard and soy sauce. Mainly off grid. How you doing this morning, brother? How are things up in Maine going? Is lock your doors, man. Janet Mills is gonna be there to rob you. Oh, there we go. Stop talking about political stuff. No, I won't. Um, that's, we're dropping truth bombs here this morning. But okay, all joking aside, mainly, how are you doing? Guys, mainly off grid also has a channel. He's right next door. He's my neighbor. He's over in Maine, and he does well, just like his channel name says. He does off grid stuff. He's got a cool tractor. I like it. It's red. I don't think it should be red though. I think red should be reserved for fast stuff like Lamborghinis and my bicycles. But I guess it's okay. Yeah, you can have a red tractor. I would have got green or something. It would have made me feel more off grid. But yeah, he's got all kinds of stuff going on up there. He does lives and all the other stuff like the rest of us. So if you guys get a chance, check him out. Check him out. Very cool channel. Lots of fun being had over there. You can learn something. Yeah, and good times were had by all. I swear, it's the truth. Couldn't afford the green one. Yeah, well, and hey, nothing a couple of rattle cans can't fix, right? Hell, if I were gonna rattle can that, I would go big or go home. I would add some brown and black to it, classic M84 woodland style, and I would have a woodland camo tractor. That's what I would have if I were off gridding it, and that would be a good time. Yeah, yeah, he's got a red tractor, Nick. Mainly off grid, he has a red tractor. I went down that road of nonsense where I was just like, but that's just me, you know. I would in that under yeah, anyhow. I should shut up while I'm ahead. So anyhow, guys, this one time at skydive camp, yeah, we were partying late. I was smart before we started the bonfire and the kicking back the cold ones and stuff. I set up my tent. It was a new tent too, which is great. I was stoked about it. Went up super quick, went up super easy, went back to the bonfire, got fully inebriated, and over the course of a few hours, and I walked back to my tent, and I couldn't figure out how to open it. I was at that stage where I made it back to my tent, which was cool, and I just gave up. Fortunately, I was in Lake Wales, Florida, so the weather was good, and I still had my bag out, like my major bag outside of my tent, and I just decided I would just sleep there. And so yeah, I just don't drink so much that you can't find your way in your tent. That's some advice I got for you. But the nice part is some of my friends came to the rescue early the next morning because they're like, dude, if you keep laying out here, you're going to get sunburned. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. And they're like, no, no, come get breakfast with us. And that way there, you're not hungover. So I'm like, kind of like coming to and getting up. And all right, yeah, breakfast sounds good. Pancakes and maple syrup, right, guys? Um, and then they're like, "Wow, dude, you look pretty hungover." I'm like, "No, not at all. I haven't reached that point. I'm still inebriated." So yeah, never overindulge. That was in my younger years too, when I was like yeah, late 20s, up all night, drink all day kind of thing, and I'm invincible. Look, I jump out of airplanes all day, and I'm still here, so might as well kick a few back. I'll take a Komatsu tracked skid steer. Oh, I love those things. I've driven like a bobcat like skid steer. I know how to drive one of those. That was a good time. That was part of my arborist work. Like your life is messed up when you're like you skydive for a living and your hobby is going to do arborist work and you're like, hey man, can you teach me how to drive that? That would be cool. But yeah, I got good. It's got the claws on it, and I was able to like um I could feed the wood chipper with the bobcat claws and feed it in. That was a good time. Yeah, arborist work is so much fun. When you're not doing it 365 days a year, when you're just there 2 weeks for a hobby, it's a great time. Um, one of the shows I used to like watching was what's that? Dirty Jobs. That guy. And got to me thinking, I'm like, there's better ways I could be living my life. So back in the day, one of my high school buddies became a contractor. So he had his own like roofing crew, framing crew, contracted plumbers, a whole nine yards. And I would take some time off, like 2 weeks in between seasons of skydiving. And I would go and like, hey man, I'm going to be a framer for like 2 weeks. So it was great because we'd start out like Monday morning, like a new hire or something, and would go to the tool corral at the Home Depot, and it like would pick out a tool belt, and like you need a framing square and a hammer and a pencil, and we got all the stuff. I'd go work for like the 2 weeks. Everybody on his crew knew what was going on. They're like crazy skydiver dude wanted to know what it was like to be a framer. But I would work for the whole 2 weeks. I'd put in an honest day's labor too, help the guys out. I'd buy them lunch sometimes and everything. It was a good time. And then at the end of 2 weeks, I would just, whoever looked like they needed a tool belt the worst on that crew, I'd just, like, here's the tools and tool belt and stuff. And I'm going back to skydiving. But that's where I learned some cool tricks. I learned a little bit about roofing, a little bit about framing, a little bit of pouring a foundation, concrete work, masonry. Um, but where's yeah, they're the most versatile to me. You get handed a little Tykes hammer if you got to borrow from me. Yeah, I could see you doing that. B&A, have like one of those like ultra small. Oh, it came with the Tonka kit back in the day. Did anybody get one of those when you were like 5 or 6 years old? Like they switch it to plastic nowadays. But yeah, I used to get a little wooden box that opened up, had a little hammer and some finished nails and some like quarter-inch stuff, all that. You build a little birdhouse or something. Yeah, one of those hammers. Now everything's plastic, but Yeah, he's actually a firefighter of Wildlands 1. Yeah, Dirty Jobs with Micro. Yeah, Chaos, you're spot on with that. Um, yeah, hey, mainly, what do you got planned for today? You going live later, or what do you got going on up there at the homestead? I think we finally hurt Ryan's feelings. I think he left. I don't know. Ryan, you still here? You okay? You want to talk about it? He's a little rough on that one. No, we're consistent. We're equally as rough on all of them. But if it ain't ash, it's trash. What about hickory? Hickory, man, my axe has a hickory handle. Hatchet, not an axe. It's a hatchet. Um, but even used and broken, they're expensive. Yeah, maybe finish making some knives with my son. Possibly get the sawmill set up. Yeah, mainly I heard about the knives. In fact, yeah, it was Chaos telling me about it, and yeah, I think I caught that right as it was shutting down. So I gotta I gotta get my timing down a little better. Yeah, we went to Sodas last weekend. 13 perch. That's good kitchen. How's the ice up there now? I've heard the temperature's gone way up. Like, yeah, we've even hit like in the 40s here in good old New Hampshire. It's a cool hobby my 14-year-old son wanted to start. Yeah, it's a wicked cool hobby. Um, yeah, I think anything, anytime anybody's making anything, it's awesome. Like you can't go wrong with that. Like learning how to make stuff, learning how to work with your hands, learning how to be just. I think it just falls under general competence in life. Like, and it's a real thing. I bet you how many people here working, like working the trades, and there's an adult like 18 plus that doesn't know how to use a tape measure, that doesn't know how to use a screwdriver. Like I didn't even think that was possible. Like, how do you not know how to use a screwdriver or tape measure or something? And I'm like, oh, maybe just nobody taught them. So, but I didn't know that was possible. I think I was a kid when my grandfather was showing me how to use a tape measure. And then I thought it was awesome because it was like you got a square pencil and how do you sharpen it? With a knife, man, with a knife. You sharpen your pencil with a knife. You don't have to like ask for permission and go use the cranky like pencil sharpener. It's an awesome thing. Yeah, yeah, you see it all the time. Like, yeah, just it's like common sense. Like you think some things are common knowledge, but they're just not. Like the amount of like incompetence in this world, uneducation, whatever you want to call it, uneducated incompetence, lack of knowledge. It's mind-boggling how people even function. Yeah, it's I have a Condor 16-inch hatchet. It's really good. I was only like $80. It's been a fantastic hatchet to the Greenland from Condor. Yeah, I've heard good reviews on those, Nick. I don't think I've had one. Most of my hatchets I just bought as like a temporary tool. So I usually bought them pretty like whatever was inexpensive and seemed like it would function. I would use it for like whatever trip I was using on. It was like a trip designated tool. And as soon as I was done, I'm like, I don't really use that often, so I just pass it on to somebody else. I've always been like that. And I'll always be like that. Um, I don't know, a detriment to myself. I don't know, but if there's something I have kicking around and I don't use it, I just give it to somebody. Um, yeah, especially yeah, just it doesn't even have to be a reason. It just be like, oh well, you if you're looking at it, if I've got one, I'll give it to you. If it's not like I have like a primary kit that is my current, this is stuff that I would depend on. If it's not in that kit and I'm not using it, hey man, if you want it, I'll give it to you. Um, Unless you come up in my live chat and you're begging like a $2 hooker looking for a pay raise, then I ain't giving you nothing. But it is what it is. Um, yeah, Nick, I've got the Granfers Brooks Wildlife Hatchet. Yeah, those things are up like crazy money now. Like they're over $200, but that's why I got it. No, not because it's crazy money and it's over $200. Because it's like a awesome Swedish made hatchet, and I've always bought myself like absolute crap hatchets, and I'm like, maybe that's why I don't use them that often. Um, I've had a whole bunch that were like dull, like out of the box dull, and I tried using it for a couple weeks, and I'd leave it at a bonfire somewhere. You know, so yeah, I finally decided like, hey, I'm getting to be old now, and that was I got that like 2 years ago. And it was like, yeah, yeah, and that's where I'm at. I'm in a grill world, man. I live in a grill world net at this point. Like, I'm not going to sacrifice quality for anything. I want to buy whatever I'm buying. I want to buy it once and have it last the rest of my life. Or it's got to have like some really awesome special meaning, like the Vargo Para bottle. I might not be in skydiving anymore. I still hold my ratings, but to own a Para bottle, that thing's crazy expensive. It's $160 for a titanium water bottle, but it was on my grail list because it's a titanium water bottle, and it's got the Para thing going on. So I had to have it. Had to have it. It became a grail item. Along with the grail presses and stuff like that. Phobos knives. Yeah, buy once, cry once, quality over quantity. And it's certain things, if by some strange chance like a Phobos knife were to break, I know I can call them up and say, hey, my knife broke, and I'm sure I'd have another one in the mail within an hour. So oh, the leather sheaths they make, they're really good as well. Is that the Condor leather sheaths you're saying, Nick? Blue, your country has so much oil. You should make pocket knives out of oil. You Americans love. Dude, you're talking to the wrong American, dude. I could care less about oil. I haven't bought gas in over 20 years. Well, man, about 19 years. I don't want to be a liar here, but I could care less about oil. And they do that. There's lots of products made by oil. That's where plastic comes from. That's where nylon comes from. But I don't know where that comes from. I don't know where you're from, where you're like you Americans. But yeah, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Um, I want a grill, don't want to buy one though. Yeah, G-ball, that's how it works, man. Exactly. Um, yeah, there's a couple things I'd like to buy, but I wouldn't part with the money. It's a little some things have a Gucci tax, the luxury tax, and I don't go down that way. But yeah, definitely as long as I'm getting it, there's like a certain point where materials and craftsmanship peak out, and that's kind of where I draw the line. Like if I'm not really getting what I'm paying for, then I'm gonna find something in that category. Like I don't need something like because it has like the Gucci or whatever fancy label is on it. It's got to be like it's got to match its value. Um, Nick, my list for just the bikes is money. Yeah, starting with tires for almost 500. Yeah, that's pretty expensive for a motorcycle helmet, but it is. Yeah, I guess you. I don't know. I don't know enough about that to really. Yeah, labels mean nothing. We know that it's something we got kind of duped into. But it's keeping up with the Joneses. Everybody's keeping up with the Joneses. Um, but yeah. Now we're walking billboards. I'm perfectly fine with just a plain T-shirt. Um, yeah. In fact, you got to pay me, man. I went like 15 years without buying a T-shirt. I would get free skydiving T-shirts all the time. Either they were staff shirts from where I worked, or they were like promotional things, and they're selling their shirt for $25. I'm like, I'm not paying $25 for a T-shirt, man. Like, and especially in my position. But if you can give me a couple, I'll wear them for you, and that's the way it should be. Like everybody's walking around being a free billboard for whatever title they think is, or whatever label they think is cool. Yeah, tires. No, tires are not cheap, man. Even a good set of mountain bike tires now is like $150. So some of them will run more than that. Like, yeah, I'd say a good set of mountain bike tires runs a good like I don't know 125 to 200 minimum $100. Like $50 a tire is getting you something thin. I never keep out on tires, brake pads, and grips. Yeah, you mean yeah, never cheap out on yeah, that's safety. Same thing brakes, man. I've got some good brakes. Um, I can't even remember what the hell they're called. They're made by SRAM, but they're hydraulic. I like hydraulic. They're cool, but I thought motorcycle tires wouldn't be so expensive. Oh no, Don Ray. And B&A's not buying your run of the mill like I'm putting it on a Honda 150 or something. Um, yeah, B&A's got like those are some quality tires he's looking at. You can probably I don't yeah you could probably buy a motorcycle tire for like $150 if you're just looking to put a tire on a motorcycle. But yeah, B&A's got like he's got some higher end stuff. And he drives like performance, like high speed. He goes to the track and does the zoomy zoomy. Just don't do the splat, Pat. You'll be fine, dude. Yeah, I'd rather buy a Benchmade bug out instead of a mountain bike tire for that price. Yeah, Trevor. I don't know, man. Yeah, you're right, and that's the whole thing. Personal preference. Yeah, man, going back a couple years, I'd agree with you. Like when the Benchmade bug out was like $100, you can get it on sale for 80. That was a cool deal. But now it's like 180, $200. And that Benchmade is not going to take you up to like 55 miles an hour and feel secure about it. So yeah, I mean, you don't need high performance stuff. If you're a low performance rider, buy low performance gear. But if you're a high performance rider, then yeah, it's going to cost some coin. Yeah, nothing is cheap anymore. Yeah, everything is getting insane. Man, silky saws is driving me absolutely bonkers. Man, I have loved silky saws for over 15 years or so, roughly. And lately, I've gone absolutely like batshit crazy over it. Like the silky katana boy was like $150, and then it went up to like 200, then 230, then 260, then 300, then 330, then 352, and I guess that's as far as they could milk that one because they came out with a new edition of it. They added 50 millimeters to it and then like $120. And now it's like 460, 470 for the Silky Katana Boy 550 Pro. So yeah, and like yeah, the Silky Outback set. I got all three. Hey, let's do some gear stuff, guys. Um, we'll do this. I got the whole set like a few years ago, and I think I paid like $140 for all three of them. This same set now is like well over 200 and something dollars. Like they went up like 30, 40% easily. Some of it's gone up 200%, 300%. Um, so yeah, I've got kapow, blingity bling bling, right? Hey, we got gear out. Oh, I bring out gear, and of course the viewer count drops. Like we should have just kept talking shit. Um, yeah, pro tech for not really ever raising prices. I appreciate that. In fact, the only brand I've seen come down in price over the last 2 years was Phobos knives. The only brand. Does anybody else know a brand that dropped its price without shrinkflation, without like yeah, instead of Magna Cut, we're gonna give you these highly pressed aluminum cans. His product stayed the same. Everything stayed the same about it. But he's the only. Yeah, Phobos knives is the only one, and that was part of like, hey, 2025 is going to be an awesome year, and he dropped his prices by like 20% on all his knives. Cannon, good morning, brother. How you doing? Yeah, man, we're still in the game. That's all we can ask for, right? Any day on this side of the dirt's a good day. I'm not wearing food yet, so. But how are you doing, Cannon? It's yeah, it's always good to see you, brother. I spent like 20 to $40 for a Fisker saw. Yeah, and you're gonna get what you pay for, man. I've had Fisker saws. I've had Baco. I even had that Gerber one. It came in a pouch, like yay big or something, like bigger than this, a little taller. And it had all the little bits and pieces, and then it had a chainsaw blade, and then all that stuff. Yeah, that thing was absolute crap too. Um, yeah. but to each their own, defend, like I said, I used to buy like the cheapest hatchet I could find. Just because it wasn't a major tool in my book. It still isn't, but I got a nice one this time. That's just the way I was rolling. Yeah, yeah, and any day above the ground is good, yeah. And not that they're worth it, but they just shouldn't be that expensive. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of what's going on is greedflation. Like the second they start saying, "Oh, inflation is because of this or that," we can blame this or that. Then even companies that aren't affected by it started jacking up their stuff. Little 5%, little 10%. We'll throw a little 3% on this month, or the shrinkflation. Instead of getting a 12-ounce bag of chips, it went down, 10 or 11, and then down to 8, and then now a bag of chips is like 85% air. Like when Mrs. Beef gets some chips, she usually gets the Pringles. It's harder to rip you off with that one. Yeah, yeah, G ball. That's the whole thing, man. Yeah, it depends on what you're gonna use. Like there's no point in sinking a ton of money into something you're never gonna use or you only use a couple times a year. I completely agree with that. That's part of like personal investing in anything. Um, Hogue also has decent prices. Yeah, I haven't looked at Hogue knives in a little while. I haven't looked at too many knives in a while. Knives have been a little hard on my psyche lately. Um, um, yeah, which is crazy. Yeah, back in the day, man, I was, but before the interwebs was a common thing, and all the social medias and stuff. Yeah, when I was suffering from a little insomnia, I would pop on the QVC for the knife show. And man, that like I am still entertained by the thought of that. I've enjoyed knives my entire life. Man, my grandfather introduced me to knives when I was a kid. My father as well. They taught me how to use knives, camping and fishing and doing stuff like that. But that's how social media wrecks some stuff because there's a lot of good people out there, but there are some serious asshats in the knife tube community, and they definitely ruined the knife world for a few people. Um, so it is what it is. I still enjoy it here on this channel. In fact, I'm set in my ways. Like, I absolutely love my Phobos knives, and I will. When it comes time for a further investment, I actually want to get a couple more Phobos knives. Maybe I'll become a collector. Right? Imagine that. I would have excess of what I need, which is kind of like I'm changing as I get older. So, I love my Fiskar. Yeah, yeah, Pat, you mentioned that to me. Yeah, the Fiskar splitter. And yeah, how much does one of those go for? Yeah, but for a folding aluminum bow saw, it's good. Yeah, and yeah, it's like I said, it's what's its purpose? Like for me, it was like I said, I'd be in Florida or something, like working in skydive to land. I'd have some couple weeks off, and I'd want to go out to the Ocala National Forest for like 2 weeks, and I'm gonna be splitting some firewood and stuff like that. So I'd bring a hatchet or something. But I didn't carry one bike touring. Like 100% of what I lived with was on my mountain bike. So I wouldn't carry all over the place, and I wouldn't waste it either. I'd use it for the 2 weeks, and then every drop zone has a little bonfire pit and stuff. So I'd be like, "Hey, I'm just leaving this here. Nobody lost it. You guys can have it, and you can use it. It belongs to the drop zone now. Everybody enjoy it, have fun, and somebody won't try to like put it at a 45-degree angle, a big piece of oak or something, and couple beers in, and they're like, I was a ninja when I was 8, and then they go to like side ninja kick that and they break their ankle, and then they lie when they go back to work on Monday. They're like, oh, how was your week of jumping? I broke my ankle. No, you didn't break it skydiving, you tool. You broke it trying to ninja chop some wood. um yeah, Estwing's got some great stuff as well. I mean, there's so much good stuff on the market. um How about a Bushcraft Rebooted Phobos collab? I don't know, Nick. I've kind of Eric Hansen and I have talked about it a couple times, but I think I've got to get the channel way, like a lot more going on with the channel to really I mean, hell, here's a good example. I ordered like 50 of those patches. I still got like almost half of them, and I gave away more than I sold. So that's kind of yeah. So I ordered 50 of these. Like when I bought them, I like 50 each, 50 sets, and yeah, this would be pennies on the dollar compared to like having a 50 or 100 knives made. So yeah, the design and stuff would only cost time and everything, but I don't think I could afford to sit on that many knives. I wouldn't ask Eric Hansen to either. So I'm not. Yeah, it's that's awkward. Um, yeah, that's right. The finish they make good stuff. So yeah, there. Yeah, that's not really there for chopping wood though, is it? B and A. Be honest. That's there as an attitude adjuster. Me to Pat. They're great for that. Yeah. Lowe's has some of the S-Wing stuff. I'm telling you, the for throwing SOG. Yeah, doesn't SOG makes don't they make throwing knives as well? Yeah, I'm sure they do. But I don't know, man. I've seen a couple of things. I don't know who SOG has as an OEM or whatever. But DBK did a video and a couple other people have done videos, but they totally botched the heat treatment and stuff. And like he went to just with the edge of the SOG and set it in some wood, and when he took it out, the edge fell off. Like so, yes, I don't know what was going on with SOG. SOG, like a lot of companies have sold out, and you know full well, the land of the dragon. They don't care. They don't care if they're sending us crap. So, Karen said hello. Hello, Karen. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. I've had two SOG tomahawks, one in the truck. Tom, you never know. A tree could be blocking the road. Exactly. Yeah, especially in your neck of the woods, man. All that snow and ice, and yeah, there could be a tree blocking the road. I concur. I completely agree, my man. Or maybe you go down south or something. You find yourself in the Keys and you've got a coconut, and you're like, oh, I would like some coconut milk, and you gotta, crack that coconut open like a skull. But it's a coconut, not as it's just it's an analogy, right? Isn't that what it is? An analogy. Um, that's a mighty fine lineup of saws on the table, sir. Wow. Yeah, man, I love silky saws. In fact, um, hey, just like hey, in the knife world, there's folders and fixies. Well, there's folders and fixies for saws too, and I want to get the Silky Zubot Ultimate. Mainly, it's kind of like it's the same as a Zubot, like it's a 330 millimeter like fixed saw. But what makes this one so awesome is it's OD in black, right? So you got to have one. You got to have one. I got shoes that match that. That's important too. And I think everybody should have shoes that match their saws. If you've got a saw and you don't have matching shoes, then just get rid of the damn thing. Like the universe doesn't work that way. Stop screwing everything up. You're the reason why inflation is happening. You're responsible for all the illegal immigration, and you're responsible for this crap weather we got here today because you don't know how to match your saw with your shoes. You savage. Um, I sadly only have a pocket boy. It's okay, Nick, as long as the wife is happy with it. I'm in rare form this morning. I owe Nick an apology after that one. At least tell me it's a 170 and not a 130, Nick. You can't. You got to at least have 170. Um. Yeah. In fact. Oh yeah. Speaking of B and A, I got reminded that text like not every like when you think something in your head and then you put it down on text, like to text somebody a message, it doesn't come across the same way. So I sometimes I have to think about that. So yeah, because like if and you have like no body language, no change in tone of voice or anything like that. It's just words printed down, and then depends on how people are reading it. Yeah, so I was like, man, f off with that already. Like I'll just send it to you, and I was like, later on, I was like, that's just I hope Pat took that properly. But did you say your shoes need to match your sock? Crap, my socks don't match each other most days. Don Ray, your socks don't have to match. That's what your shoes are for. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter if your socks match. Just put some shoes on over them and nobody knows. But if you got a saw on your hip or something and you're like, they can see your shoes, they can see your saw, they don't match, you're not right. Yeah, so, but you're okay with not matching socks. I personally, I avoided not matching socks. It used to be a problem in my life. And then I realized it's like, hold on, if I just buy all the same socks and I only have one type of socks, they always match. Um, it definitely, well, there you go, Nick. You're all set, man. A 210 Gomboy. It's a great saw. Oh, no worries. Yeah, the 210s are awesome. Um, B&A Nick's back, and yeah, man, you can. Yeah, we're gonna get in trouble for this one for sure. How we doing? We're doing fine, mighty fine. So what else do we have going on? Not too much. I don't know if it's still going on, but there was an awesome sale on Scamazon for the Silky Nada. They were marked down. I don't know. AI is messing up all the pricing on Scamazon because they normally go for like 98, 99, whatever, some price, just under $100. Then they had them for 40% off, which brought it down to like 58 something. But last time I looked at it, they dropped the price all the way down to 61.99 and took 5% off. And then but the catch 22 is even if you have Amazon Prime, it's gonna take like a couple weeks to get there because it's shipping from the factory in Japan. But it's a stellar deal. So I guess it's either 40% off or 5%, depends on how you want to look at it. But mine will be here in a couple. I don't. You'll know when it's here. It'll be like a week and a half or 2 weeks or 2 months. I don't know. We'll see how quickly it gets here. B&A unpacking too, but it's a 45 ACP. Yeah, yeah. The tie grip, man. This is actually I got another water combo I'm working on. I just gotta figure out how to get YouTube to send me a whole bunch of money. Um, you got to check out the ice flask. Like the Grail tie is absolutely awesome. The only thing with the Grail things is kind of like limited water. It's 16.9 ounces is what it does. But there's this Core Performance. Core is that yeah Core Performance. They make something called an ice flask. It happens to be 16.9 ounces. So I think that's going to be a killer combo along with that. Yeah, these things are the bomb. We'll be getting plenty of use out of that. Currently packing a Glock 17 Gen 4. Right on, Trevor. Do they still replacement blades or can they be sharpened? The what for Nick for the Silky Nada? They can be sharpened and they have replacement blades. So either or, yeah. Um, Bad news with that damage. I need to limit certain activities. No skydiving or bungee jumping. Yeah, that's Yeah, sometimes that'll drive you insane. There's been a couple times they've told me don't do this, don't do that, and I'm like, yeah, right, stop me. Um, in fact, one of the times I broke my left leg, um, yeah, it was a tib fib break, and I got the modern the nylon cast and everything like that. Well, I was like, it really wasn't hurting all that much. I couldn't jump with students. I couldn't do tandems or anything, but I'm like, I can still land. I'm sure. So I kept skydiving and I would come in and instead of trying to run out my landings, I would like slide and I would slide on like I'd drag my right toe and slide on my left heel as I was landing. So I'd come in like shoo, like a cool kid and then just slide it out. Well, the problem is I wore out the cast. Like I put a hole where the bottom of the heel. So I ended up having to go back to the doctor because the cast was about ready to fall off. And I was like, yeah, I need my cast fixed. And they're like, no big deal, it happens. And the doctor's looking at me, he's like, how'd you do this? And I was like, oh, I was just, sliding and stuff. Like, sliding how? And I was like, well, landing. And he's like, hold on a second, didn't you break your leg skydiving? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, and then you didn't wait to have the cast taken off and you started skydiving again. I was like, well, yeah, it's fun, man. Yeah, doctor was not he was not happy with me. Your cat's wearing out, yeah. Oh, which one, Nick? The 240, the overall length when it's open, or the 360? Zoe the cat, hello, welcome to the chat. Good morning, good morning. Sorry about that. Almost missed you. But always good to see you. How goes it with you today? Another day in paradise, living the dream. I'm gonna work on a new intro. It's gonna be like, welcome to Bushcraft Rebooted. My name is Ricky Bobby, and we're here to do bushcrafting things, bushcrafting cooking, bushcrafting tricks, bushcrafting tools. I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know. Um, tried to zoom in AMD, tried to zoom in and see. What you can zoom, Nick, Pat? I'm just a dude. Hey man, how's it going? It's going, it's going. Um, yeah. Did you want to know the length of the 240 or the three the big boy or the Gom boy? Yeah, it's a Gom boy 240 or big boy 360. Yeah. Oh no, that's a 210. That's the same one you have. Yeah, that's what I had sitting around. Like I said, I didn't have shoes for it anymore, so yeah, the 240. Yeah, so the 240 is going to be like 30 millimeters more on the blade. Where's my tape measure? We do know how to use one of these. The overall on the 240 is 19 and 3/4 inches, or about 50 centimeters. 50 centimeters or 19 and 3/4 in that area. Yeah, the 360, the overall, we can put that there. I'm going to have to go widescreen someday, huh? So I can fit my saws in. Because this one time at Skydive Camp, no kidding. And the overall open is, I'll call it 30 inches. 30 inches overall when it's open. Clearly the blade is 360 millimeters, but we'll, yeah, about 14 and a half inches, about 14 inches of cutting. And then like a half inch to the fold. And then this is the part I often wonder. Because if you're throwing it in a pack or something, the overall close length on the 360 is about 16 inches. 16 inches on the big boy 360 closed. Yes, steak and eggs for breakfast. Yeah, well, I'll be there in 10 guys wearing it live. Steak and eggs at his place. Trevor, is it Trevor? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's probably, of course, it's bigger than it looks on screen. Um, Sometimes, well, it depends. If you got a huge screen, like if you're watching, I've done that a couple times where you're watching on your TV. You're watching YouTube, whatever, on your TV on a 55 inch. And then you order it and you're like, wow, I thought that was so much bigger. It's like, well, because I was watching it on a 55-inch screen TV. And it's probably the opposite. Yeah, if you're watching on your phone, it's way bigger. It's like when I was bike touring, I'm like 3/4 of the way through the day pedaling, feeling like I'm getting nowhere. And I'm like, it was only this far on the map, man. It was this far. Like, there's no way that's a half a day ride. It's only this far on the map, dude. Um, you don't get arm fatigue with them either. Yeah, they are. They're really good saws. They make great saws. Really, really good. The only trick that there is with Silky, or it's not just Silky, it's a pull saw in general, is they only cut on the pull. So once you get once you brainwash yourself into using a pull saw, then they're awesome, and that using the right tool for the job. Don't try to cut some giant oak. Some 14 inch with a 14-inch blade. You're gonna end up pinching it or something, and yeah, I'm vertical, so it's gonna be taller. Oh, that's like the the French carpenter who cut down the flagpole. They're like, hey, can you go measure the flagpole? So the French carpenter cut it down, and they're like, what'd you cut down the pole for? And they're like, I didn't want to know how tall it was. I wanted to know how long it was. Right? Little carpentry French carpenter joke there. Um, yeah, cutting on the pole keeps you from bending the blade. Makes more sense. Yeah. The other thing that people make a mistake with saws in general, but specifically silky, is as they're cutting, like if this is the edge of like, don't bring the tip into the material. Like, always leave it on the outside and then push. And when you bring it all the way in, and if you push too hard, that's what pinches it and causes it to flex. So as long as like, you don't come inside. Wow, this is I should have thought how I'm going to explain this. The instructions are for a saw, not the other thing. So, yeah, make sure you pull out, guys. But don't bring the tip of the saw into the log, right? You gotta not come all the way out, and then, right, make sense? You know how many times I've heard. Yeah, Cannon, exactly. That's exactly different instructions. For demonstration purposes only. We will lock in. That's what I tell people when I need a length of a pull. Pull out game strong. Exactly right. Finishes it on a star stringer burst mouth or raptor. um, yeah, and undercutting as well. Like, a lot of people don't even know about that. Like, oh, I have I'm gonna bring out a big piece of wood. Nobody get too excited. This Cannon's like, that reminds me of the barracks. No, knock it off, guys. I don't know how far. Maybe I don't think the algorithm can pick up on this level of stupidity, right? But oh wow. So rather than just cutting, starting on the top and just cutting all the way through, like do an undercut, and then give yourself some room, and then as you're cutting through, especially if it's something that's weighted, it stops it from pinching. But yeah, do an undercut and then cut from the top. That'll help out. And if you're pruning or something, right? Like if you're gonna trim this off a main trunk or something like that, you're gonna, like, to the main trunk, right? You're gonna cut as, like, respectively as close as you can, like a half an inch or something. If you don't undercut and you just cut from the top straight through, as you get to the bottom of the cut with greenwood and stuff, the branch will come off, but then it'll peel the bark all the way down. You cause a whole bunch of damage to the tree. So yeah, you definitely want to undercut for pruning, like 100% of the time, and then it prevents further damage from the tree. Sorry, Cannon, didn't mean to throw you under the bus there. It was just you're such an easy target sometimes, but all all is fair in love and war, right? Um, just happens to have a log handy. Yeah, this is. I've been letting this one dry out. I want to do like a little mini baton with it. It's been drying out. I want to just make sure it doesn't crack or anything like that. I do. I've got a random log kicking around, and you never know if that cat's trying to sneak attack me or something. Like, that could. That cat's been after me lately. He's been awful. Real quick to pull his wood out. Al Triana, what's happening? Hey, yeah, Don Ray. When your wood's this big, it's like there's no shame in my game. I'm gonna whip it out every time. Uh, yeah, coconut density tester checker. Yeah, the cat's head is probably about the same size as a coconut too. Um, How do you measure the wood tipper base? Um, oh, yeah, when it's this size, it doesn't matter. You don't need a measurement. She's gonna be scared no matter what. Like, what are you gonna do with that? And then she's gonna be upset. I'd use one of my sick days. But Al Triano, what's happening, brother man? Welcome to the chat. It is good to see you. Was that Al? No, that was Nick. Nick's doing the emojis. I thought it was Al. You know the Al Triano. Yeah, it was. Okay. The it's emoji time. And here we go, guys. This is how you get yourself into trouble. But Mrs. B's at work, so we're gonna rock it out, you know? Um it is absolutely awesome. Oh, what's going on in the comments? We have to get Tom some channel emoji. I do. I don't even know where to get it. I've like tried Googling it. Like, how do you make a channel emoji? How do you make membership emojis? I've tried wording it so many ways. I'm starting to wonder whether or not I'm speaking English anymore. Like, there's like so many secrets of the interwebs. Like, that's what I should do is figure out those secrets. Start a channel saying the secrets of the interwebs. Um, just got an IG message from him. Who's that? Doing my dog. During my dog would consider that a toy. Yeah, most dogs would, man. In fact, yeah, if my German Shepherd were still with us, man, he'd probably tear that thing apart in 5 minutes and then come looking for another one. And then you got to wonder, like, how does a dog chew like a stick like that and not get like slivers or something? Oh, Trevor, Instagram, IG Instagram, right? Did I get? Yeah. See, I'm learning something. Woo woo. 2 points for me. So what's everybody got planned for today? What's everybody going? Yeah. Anybody doing anything exciting today? It's like absolute poo poo soup weather out here. It's cloudy and raining and miserable, and then the cars drive by and slush you. Anybody ever get slammed with some slush walking down there? I know you Floridians are going to be like, no, but yes, for the rest of us in the north, that's a miserable experience. If yeah, this is one of those days where there's like puddles of slush. Um, yeah, don't give my dears. Um, Altriano's going to be watching the football. What do you watch? Who's playing? Is it the Patriots against the Red Sox? Is that the game today? I don't know anything about that stuff. I have to go fill a prescription, but I'm trying to go to the range and then Chinese food. Man, I'd go for the hat trick, man. Yeah, you got to kick back a couple, go to the range, and then yeah, fix my damn SUV. Yeah, yeah, that sucks. What's wrong with the Canon? Does it? Yeah, they're not making them like they used to. Like what year, man? Yeah, exactly, Canon. Yeah, Chaos can probably help you. He's a mechanic guy. He's got all kinds of wrench turning knowledge and stuff like that. He knows how the carburetors and stuff work and the spark plugs and yeah. See, I just worry about like the brakes and the tires. That's my big concern. 49ers at Eagles, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. Who you rooting for, Al? Oh, that's a tough one. The Eagles or the 49ers? I think you're an Eagles fan. Am I right? No, I'm wrong. I got a 50-50 shot at this, man. Don't hurt my feelings. Um, it's my thermo sensor. I got to replace it, and it's origami. Yeah, dude, I didn't even know an SUV would have a thermo sensor. So yeah, I can't help you out with that at all. Yep. Yeah, of course I got it. Yeah, I got it right. Absolutely, that's awesome. Yeah, yeah, I don't know anything about them. I don't even know who the quarterback is, man. The last time I paid attention to football, like, and I actually like watched games, like I wanted somebody to win. Scott Zolak was the like replacement quarterback for the New England Patriots. That's how long ago it was. I can't even tell you how long. It was had to be like 25, 30 years ago. But yeah, Scott Zolak was filling in for whoever the prima donna tier one first line quarterback guy was. And yeah, he was rocking it. He like helped the team out huge. Um, yeah, did all kinds of awesomeness for the New England Patriots. And then as soon as the first string guy was he, I guess Scott Zolak was stealing all his glory. And so he's like, no, no, I'm better now. I can play. And then ended up injured again. So yeah, Cannon, you're Filipino. You're small. You should be able to fit in there pretty easily. That's funny. Um, Working on more old snowmobiles. My buddies love buying old ones to see if they can get them running again. That's a fair game to play. I mean, people do that with all sorts of things, like the whole refurbishing stuff and everything. That's an awesome game to play. Yeah, I would be down with that. I'd buy an old snowmobile just to tool on it. Um, I used to do that with jump rigs sometimes, man. I'd buy an older jump rig and just, slap some stuff together just for the fun of it. Um, I used to like Wide World of Sports way, way back in the day. Yeah, I remember that. I don't think I really watched it much, but I remember I think I do at least. Wow. I love being in the shop around lots of tools and lots of mess everywhere, like a good shop. No, I can't. I can't do that, Nick. Everything's got to be like dress right, dress organized. Everything has its place for a reason, and yeah, I can't. I can't handle like massive amounts of disorganization. Even my Mrs. Bushcraft will tell you, even my messes are organized. um, yeah, yeah, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to smash the fucking phone every time I say Cannon. It writes Ken. Hey, Chaos, it doesn't matter. He's still answering to it, so it's all good. Okay, Cannon's a simple man. Yeah, he gets it. Who in here said they used to deadlift motorcycle engines in place again? Yeah, Trevor, I think that was Chaos. Um, yeah, it's okay, Chaos. We all know you're stuck doing the talk to text, but it still entertains us nonetheless. It's still a good time. But I think we're it's kind of like having your own word game, like we have a word game feature in the chat now. It's deciphering chaoses is talk to text. Yeah, the old flat nose Polaris Indy 440s are basically unstoppable. One of the best snowmobile rides made. Turbos. Have you seen the what those Polaris side by sides? What are the Polaris Razor or something? Oh, I was geeking out on those last week. Those things are cool. Kind of pricey, but very cool. I was looking at their deluxe model, which looks like a squashed up Humvee. It's like $50,000. And it's like a recreational off road vehicle. Yeah, the same thing. I know where everything is until my wife decides to move it. Yeah, I can't handle that. Yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft, she doesn't move my stuff around. Um, yeah, she'll ask. She's like she won't come in and grab a screwdriver because she knows I'll notice it right away, and I'll be like, "Hey, where'd my screwdriver go?" Like I think the cat steals them. I think the cat steals tools, and as well as they got there's cats around. They'll come up by the window. I think they're smuggling them stuff. Yeah, like I think the cat is a sleeper cell, and I think they're trying to take me out. And I think that they steal my tools to make one of those special vests you'd find in the Middle East that go kapow. Yeah, yeah. I've been missing a screwdriver now for like 5, 6 years. It's never come up. I don't know where it went. I think the cat has it. I think it's being utilized against me. But yeah, Canon does talk to text. That's all. Yeah, one was an XCR. Had two snowmobiles stuck in my yard last week on newer sleds. They had to suck for the snowmobilers. The snow was deep. No, I think the snowmobilers want more snow. Like, yeah, Nick was all celebrating. They got like 3 or 4 feet of snow up there. He's like, yeah, we need like another 3 or 4 feet. It's like, oh, let B&A's back recover first. Um, Dave James in the chat with the cat. Yeah, that cat has been after me lately. Talk to Tex always makes me sound hammered. It does. It's priceless, man. Yeah, like it was autocorrect. Like originally it was autocorrect. And if you weren't paying attention, they'd slip something in there to make you look like a fool. And now I think they've got auto delete going on. Cause ever since I got the new phone, yeah, it auto deletes stuff. I'm like, why'd you delete that? I didn't like I never used to delete stuff. Then you can go back and get like phone numbers, addresses, or something like that. Or somebody tries to say, no, I only wanted two of those, and you're like, no, here's a screenshot of your text. You wanted eight of them, stuff like that. They came in really handy. But yeah, lately I've had issues with I don't. It's just maybe it's just like Instagram, IG, or whatever. They've been deleting a lot of stuff lately. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's auto delete or what the thing is. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, when you've had a couple of drinks, the talk to text works better. That makes sense. But yeah, Trevor Thomas or Dave James, how you doing, man? We haven't It is going. Yeah, snow is almost gone now. Yeah, it's been like that here. Like we'll get a bunch of snow, you go out do all the work of shoveling it, and before you get to go out and have the fun, it like rains and melts away. Just makes a sloppy mess out of everything. And then yeah, watch next week. It'll be cold. We'll get another 2 feet of snow or something. I'll be out there shoveling again. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, complete opposites. Like I don't know. I guess their weather control machine must be glitching, or it's probably working flawlessly. It's why it operates this way. They're just beating us up with it. But yeah, Nick, I tried sending you another message. I couldn't find your address again. I was going to the post office, but I got one package. So we're gonna this next time should be a charm though. Should work like a charm. This is the third try. So can you throw a knife and make it stick on the wall? Yeah, sure I can. Absolutely, yeah. Um, what does the knife have to be made of? We could just trim one out of a booger. That'll work for sure. But yeah, I'm sure I can. But I'm not going. Like, why would I throw a knife at the wall? Can you see above that 2 feet of snow? Yeah, sometimes not. Well, the 2 feet I have no problem with, but once I start shifting it to a snowbank, then it gets a little tricky. Yeah, it used to snow in November. Now it doesn't. Yeah, it used to. Like yeah, we would during April vacation from school, like high school and stuff like that. We used to go skiing. And we could go local skiing. We'd get a couple of days of practice in, and then would go up and ski Tuckerman's up in Mount Washington. Thanks. I was having a hard time. Can you see above Trevor Thomas? The winter has been 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 35, with both snow and rain. Very strange winter. Yeah, it has been. It's kind of like yeah, it's like it's weird. Everything's weird though. I don't know how much on purpose that is or what the deal is, but man, nothing has been right since 2020. Not just for me, not just my opinion, but there's a lot of people that are just like nothing is the same anymore. There's like less people that are social communicating. The weather's weird. The economy's bunk. Like everything. Like yeah, I think yeah they definitely implemented whatever it is they're wanting to do. They decided to escalate it substantially in 2020, and it's just been a poop show ever since then. Yeah, World War III weather is about to be spooky. Exactly. Yeah, I think this is one of those deals. Like later on down the road, they're going to say, like when you ask when World War II started, it's a huge variable. A lot of different dates, a lot of different reasons, and I think they're going to get to the same thing. Like World War III actually started in 2020 with the release of their biological chemical warfare weapon. Even though they've been lying their tushes off to us, the reality is I have a feeling it's going to read a lot differently. Like the history books are going to read. It'll be interesting to read. Um, I still have zero snow. Change of frozen mix today, but it's 49 degrees. Yeah, Don Ray, that's what we're talking about. Like normally it's like the middle of January pretty much. And yeah, nothing is normal. Nothing is standard. Like I think yeah, everything we're used to has changed. It's creepy weird. Um yeah, not going to be cold till the end of the week. Yeah, yeah, same thing here in New Hampshire. Yeah, we've been up in the 40s all week. And last week it was like single digits, like 1 degree, 3 degrees. Yeah, now this week it's like 4 in the 40s. Even at night, even like last night, I think it only went down to like 38, 39 degrees, but it was raining, which I was kind of happy about. I would have been up shoveling at like, 2, 3 o'clock this morning. So I'm kind of okay with it. Yeah, that's a nice part about rain. You don't have to shovel it. Yep. Yeah, the Swiss Alps are currently getting lots of snow. Um, hey Nick, I know a guy with a tailgater. We could fly there and we could launch that snowmobile right out the back. I'm sure we can rig something on it. It might have to put 2 or 3 rounds or something, but we could do it. In fact, no, I know I could do it. I'm 110% sure. I've done quads. Um, I've done quads out the back of a tailgater, but snowmobile would be a first, so I'm totally down with that, man. We could go big or go home. um, yeah, 72 and clear skies in Fort Lauderdale. No, yeah, but the cotton mask will save you from the virus. Yeah, Canon, exactly. Yeah. Well, and they're still wearing them, man. It freaks me out. Yeah, like I think I mentioned it Friday, but yeah, last time I was out shoveling, one of the crazies drove by in their car by themselves with the face diaper on. Like it's, come on, really? Yeah, there's a whole lot of crazy going on out there still. I'll trade you for my 20. Trevor, where are you at where it's 20 degrees? Thank you here all day. Yeah. That's yeah, 72 in Clearwater. My employer sent a newsletter and said one, masks are required, and two, if you can blow a candle out through your mask, it doesn't stop the germ particles in the same newsletter. Yeah, they you're right, Don Ray. Yeah, sometimes stupid is as stupid does. Like you can't fix stupid. I've come to that realization. Like you can't fix stupid, you can't control free will, all that good stuff. And that's just a whole level of stupid, yeah. Um, yeah, all of a sudden everybody became a medical doctor and stuff. It's crazy. Yeah, they'll put the hypocrisy in the same paragraph. It's wild. Yeah, the virus passes for people eating dinner in a restaurant. Oh yeah, those total tools that were in restaurants that cut a hole in the mask, and then they were trying to like get the spoon to fit through the hole in the mask or piece of steak. It's like, what's if you cut a hole in it? Then like it's pointless to wear in the point. All right, whatever. Um, but yeah, they were cutting holes in them so they could sit down and have dinner and not pull the mask away every two. So what's the point of wearing it? Like they're just yeah. I got attacked at the local Wally World. Yeah, the Walmart employee there. Man, he should have just left it alone. I was like, he's like, excuse me, sir, would you like a mask? And I'm like, absolutely not. And but yeah, and then he tried strongly recommending it to me, and yeah. I haven't been back to Walmart in years. Ms. Bushcraft like wouldn't. She's like, nah, you don't need to go there anymore. Um, Gosh, see, 72 degrees Fahrenheit is t-shirt and shorts weather. Matter of fact, it's perfect room temperature. Yeah, Trevor, I'm gonna agree with you on that. 72 is just about perfect. Yeah, t-shirt and shorts weather. I like 72 degrees during the day, and then if it drops down to 60 or so at night, 58, 60. And that's perfect sleeping weather. It's also like great if you're gonna like if you want to make up some miles if you're cycling. It's awesome for that as well because yeah, I love like long distance cycling at night. No, you don't dehydrate as quick. It's easier to stay hydrated. You don't get sunburned. You don't have to, and you don't have to cake yourself in sunblock or that stuff. Yeah, that is almost perfect weather. Yeah, it was hilarious though watching people walking around with bras and underwear on their face. Yeah, that was priceless, man. Yeah, the sarcasm, the memes and stuff that went around. That was most definitely awesome. Need Primatine Mist to blow out a match. Yeah, I'd strongly recommend to his face. Can I say that? Yeah, I think you can. Can and why not? Yeah, absolutely. I'm an old lady. 72 is a bit warm for me. Oh, that yeah, but yeah, 20 years ago that was yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone. The hot flashes for women. Oh, it's crazy, huh? Um, Heck, Iowans when it drops down to negative 35 to 35. We grill and party because it's warm. Yeah, I've done the same thing, Trevor. I've fired up the grill in northern New Hampshire when it's like 35 degrees out or something. In fact, I've had it where the propane wouldn't work. So I disconnected the propane and took out the burner and everything and dropped some charcoal in there just so I could cook. Yeah, yeah, good times. I love grilled food. I'll grill any time of year if I can get away with it. Yeah, I was climbing a mountain in the Adirondacks during COVID, and people would walk 20 feet off trail to avoid me because I wasn't wearing a Fruit of the Looms on my face. Yeah, that's funny. That's when you know, like, it pointed out a lot of creepiness. Like, there's a lot of really weird people on this planet, and COVID most definitely, yeah, it put a light bulb right over their head. Like, yeah, but they're still out there. You can still like, you can go to the grocery store and somebody's wearing a face diaper every time. Like almost like I don't know if it's just a New Hampshire thing. I think it is. There's a lot of like the Kool Aid colored hair people in New Hampshire. Yeah, there's a lot of the. In fact, the two what is it, Gene Shaheen and some other tool in New Hampshire. They're a couple of demon rats that were getting paid off by the Venezuelan government. Yeah, they've got a list of those people. Oh, whoops. Hello. Thank you. Come again. Um, oh, you shouldn't have said that on a. You can't be saying that like the Indian peoples. And Indian, not the feather Indians, the dot Indians. Um, you can see them driving in their car by the. Yeah, yeah, Cannon. We were just talking about that earlier, man. I've seen a whole bunch of them. Last time I was out shoveling, there was one driving by themselves in the car, nobody else with a face diaper on in 2026. Can't make it up. I wore a mask, carried a sidearm, and took the vax, knowing what to say because I was rocking all sides at once. Yeah, there you go. And how did they? Yeah, how could they really prove you got vaccinated or not? Like I know they gave little cards or something, but I lied a couple times. No, like if you've been vaccinated, I've been like, oh yeah, absolutely, like and a booster. Oh, that's great. You're awesome. I'm like, wow. Um, it's called a cabin filter. Oh yeah, yeah, for the automobiles. Don Ray, one guy was concerned about the climate, wore his blue disposable mask for many months, many months. Yeah, yeah. Like how does that and look at did you guys see the damage all those things did? Like the amount of trash that was produced from all the personal protective equipment. Yeah, like mass floating all over the world in the oceans and the lakes and everything. And yeah, who is it? Rob. Rob, what's happening? Welcome to the chat. How are you doing this morning? It is good to see you. Um, yeah, my coworkers want us to wear a certain color sticker on our badges to identify the unvaccinated scarlet letter much. Oh yeah, yeah. It's George Orwell's 1984. That's going into full effect. Yeah, now they're playing it with that recent accident in Minneapolis. Like the system's banked when like they've got video that shows everything, like the multiple angles at what happened. But yeah, we're living in a dystopia when they're telling you not to believe your own ears and eyes. Um, yeah, it's just that level of crazy is going on still. I think the big red flag for me with the Fauci ouchie was when they're like none of the companies could ever be held liable for anything that happens from this. Like they're passing around 100% experimental stuff, and there's nothing you can do about it. If their negligence, something happens, bad, bad, bad. It's a you problem, not a them problem. Like okay, you're gonna take this experimental stuff and force everybody to take it, and if there's an adverse effect, well then that's on you. Yeah, no. How about no? No, I did not. I was lying earlier. I never got one of those shots. There's no way you couldn't. No, there wasn't enough money. And that was the other red flags when they started bribing people. Like you can go to like whatever the penthouse clubs or something. With 1,000 VIP dollars if you got the clot shot, and it's like no, that's why I'm going to say no. And then they started threatening people and yeah, pushing social issues and stuff. What happened to and I ironically, it's all the people screaming freedom of choice, my body, my choice, until it came to your damn clot shot. Now it's not my choice. So go figure on that one. Yeah, I was too scared to call any attention to myself. Well, that Don Ray, you probably could get. I don't know what the stickers were, but you could probably go to like some store or something and get a pack of them for 99 cents and just put it on your ID. I know people that lost their jobs over it. I know people that got out of the military over it. Yeah, that was their hey, let's divide and conquer, create some chaos, and next it's all going to be Fahrenheit 451. Great. I actually, man, I haven't seen that movie. I think I got to watch it. Yeah, I remember the last shot I got, and the doctor stabbed me to the bone. It felt like for days. Yeah, that's gonna. That's like that penicillin shot when you get in the military. And I'll never forget that one because penicillin is kind of like they keep it cool, and when penicillin is cool, it's really thick. It's got to warm up some, and then it thins out a little bit. It's temperature sensitive, and man, I was Mr. Squared Away. I made sure I was in the front of the line. That was the worst thing I ever did because they like came and handed it to you fresh out of the fridge. If you were in the back of the line, it had some time to warm up. But if you were in the front of the line, man, that were like injecting like maple syrup into my man. My right cheek hurts to this day. I'm not gonna lie. Um, B&A, check out the movie Equilibrium. Oh, that one I have seen. Chaos. That is a good movie. Equilibrium. That is good. Yeah, so anybody looking for a movie to watch or something, yeah, Equilibrium is good. The peanut butter shot. Yeah, Cannon knows. Yeah, the peanut butter shot. But if it's warmed up, it's not quite peanut butter. It's more like a grade B maple syrup. It's kind of thin and watery. Um, but I'm 100% convinced I made my family health issue suddenly accelerate. Oh yeah, there's a lot of that. In fact, what is it like? Um, that whole the cure can't be worse than the disease, but in this case, it actually was. Like 74% of all the fatalities and stuff were because of like since then were because of the clot shot, not the actual thing itself. Who wrote it? I don't know who wrote it. I wonder. Chaos might know who wrote it. He's pretty heavy into that stuff. Any good war movies? I've seen like yeah, Hacksaw Ridge was good. Saving Private Ryan. If you're an aviation buff, well, you probably already seen it, but Top Gun Maverick has got to be the best release for a military movie in the last decade or more, in my opinion. That was one they waited a long time to do the sequel, but damn, they didn't screw it up. Like man, Top Gun 2 is great. And they did it just in time. It just everything about that movie kind of clicks. And it's like woke trash free, believe it or not, which is a rarity these days. Usually they're trying to do something crazy with all that stuff. Um, yeah, Terminator is the most relevant war movie right now. Yeah, yeah, Terminator is probably spot on. Um, I don't know, kind of like maybe the Matrix too. Maybe it could be the Matrix could be pretty relevant. Cap, yeah, my second unit was a NBC unit, so I had to shake my head right. Oh man, did you ever? Oh, military's fun. If you know the hand signal for gas, man, everybody would do it when it like do a little crop dusting and then start yelling gas, gas, gas with your arms going boop boop. You know what I'm talking about, Cannon. And good times are had by all. Oh, California Dreamin', I think I missed you. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing? I try to catch everybody. It's tough. At double X cap. That's what I was saying. I deal with respiratory protection every day. I was like, that's not how this works. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like people that know, that's the whole thing. Um, and the cool thing is there's a lot of people that know a lot of stuff, which is awesome. And that's what the internet can be good for, is like the sharing of knowledge. Um, but yeah, there's also a lot of the jailhouse lawyer types. But no, overall though, yeah, there's a lot of people that know a lot of stuff, and it is awesome. Yeah, Grumpy is going live in 13 minutes. That's awesome. Yeah, we were offered the shot very early because of the line where it come in. Yeah, that's what put me out of business, was the fact that yeah, shot or not, it didn't matter. Good old Massachusetts, land of the never been gonna be free again. Um, yeah, they were like total fascist Nazis about it because they're Democrats. I don't know, but yeah, they were heavily enforcing the 6 foot rule and stuff like that. So, yeah, they wouldn't let us work. We're non-essential. Yeah, because it didn't matter whether, yeah, as soon as we get on the airplane, you're like pretty much everybody's touching. You're that close. And then when it comes time to get out of the plane, then you're strapped two at a time. So yeah, they would not let us work. So that was the bread and butter of our income. So yeah, that didn't go well. In fact, um, yeah, that was just, yeah, 2 weeks to flatten the curve turned into like 2 years to flatten my life. And I'm not the only one. A whole bunch of other people as well. But Scott Ave Cape Cod, where I was contracted out of, they ended up like going out of business, shutting the doors, and then yeah, game over. So yeah, they succeeded in their plan. All the big oligarchs and billionaires and all that. They made their billions, which is kind of ironic because like Walmart was able to be open, and then the heiress of Walmart, Sharon Walton, is one of the traders that's been paying people to protest about everything, especially ICE. The whole, well, it doesn't matter. She's been so, which is a shame because the original founder of it, he was a retired Green Beret. Totally American. That's where their American patriotism comes from. And then they built it up. And after he left, they just turned it into another, yeah, anti-American crap hole is what Walmart is. I won't shop there. Mrs. Bushcraft sneaks in there every once in a while to get something if we need it. But for the most part, we really don't shop there anymore. We go to a different grocery store. I'll buy something from anywhere. But yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that was the greatest transfer of wealth in human history. The 1% got crazy rich and the rest of us got broke. But Crispy Critter, it is good to see you, brother man. How are you doing? Always a pleasure. Yeah, Fahrenheit 451 was written by Ray Bradbury. I found it, yeah. So Crispy, how are you doing this fine Sunday? You got anything planned? How's the health going, brother? Yeah, Chaos has got all the good movies and books and stuff like that. That's awesome. Oh, so we're just up there. I'm a West Virginia brother. Yeah. Yeah, crispy. I'm still looking forward to some of those grilling videos, man. Some tips and tricks on there. The smokehouse, the smoked stuff. I've been thinking about coming out with my own little venue. I'm thinking about doing like a concession, like one of the side of the road concessions, like a hot dog stand or something. But instead, I'm going to call it Allen's Snack Bar. We're going to specialize in pulled pork sandwiches for like 50 cents more. We'll put a slice of bacon or something on there. And we're going to have a punch card, for every sandwich you buy. After you buy like 5 or 10 sandwiches, you can take that card to our very own petting zoo. We're going to have pigs and dogs there you can pet. It's going to be a good time, man. I've really been thinking about this. Um, you're going to hell for that one, son. What's your favorite bushcraft knife? My favorite bushcraft. I don't really label knives, but my favorite knife for bushcrafting depends on how survival bushcraft whatever. Without getting into the marketing of it, is the Phobos knives Tier 1 BC and Magna Cut. This would be my favorite all around quote unquote bushcrafting knife. Yeah, it's Magna Cut, full tang, has about an exactly 5-inch blade on it, so it fits smack dab in the middle of not too much, not too little, for the recommended 4 to 6 inch blade. It has a recessed bow drill divot for your friction fires, so major component out of the way. It's not a cheapo that's only into the scales. It actually goes down to the full tang. So as long as the diameter of your spindle is good, you're not going to cook out your scales. Major plus, and it also has this right here. This notch right here is for your ferrocium rod, so it increases the surface contact area and throws sparks like a champ. This would be my first choice, my quick go-to. And Fishy Finger, welcome to the chat. Good morning, good morning. It's good to see you, my man. But yeah, that would be my first choice, my one and done if I had to run. Yeah, this would be my bushcraft survival. Yeah, it's also good, really, really good for slicing summer sausage and things like that as well. But I try not to get too much into the marketing or the labeling of nice for the value, marketing. It's because you could use any knife for whatever you want for the most part, within reason. There's design differences that are gonna change the performance of it, but the whole bushcraft survival camp knife thing is kind of all one thing in my head. Um, I'm making a road trip to your restaurant. Hell yeah. Um, yeah, we went off on a long rant on that one the other night. It was yeah, and we were just coming up with all sorts of nonsense. Yeah, we're gonna specialize in pork products, and yeah, pork ribs, pulled pork sandwiches, pork sausages, Hey, and if you want to spend a little extra because it's fancy, we'll have a pork loin out there. We'll season it up with some, tasty goodness. Yeah, I'm not a fan of more knives. I've seen a whole bunch of them break. I mean, it's a cool budget friendly knife and everything. They've got a decent reputation. But yeah, there's full tang. Like more knives is a wide variety. So yeah, I won't buy anything that's not a full tang as far as fixed blades go. But yeah, so more knives. That's like I like soda. See what I'm saying? Like what kind of soda do you like? You like orange soda? You like grape soda? You like Coca Cola? Oh no, Pepsi. RC Cola, Dr Peppers, and they're all soda pop. Well, some depends on where you're at. So that's kind of like an in general, like just because it's a more knife doesn't mean it's great. And in fact, if you start searching like on YouTube, look up More Knives, and you'll find all kinds of people that believe the people that had the affiliate links to More Knives that they're indestructible, they're the best buy, and they bought them, but they posted their video of that damn thing broken the first time they tried batoning with it. I'm not saying they're horrible knives; they're good knives. They're budget friendly. But yeah, it's kind of vegan in general. Can I send you a coffee mug from my job, made in America? Yeah, Rob, if you want, my PO box is it's on the channel page. Yeah, it's yeah, I've got a PO box on the channel page. Or if you're worried about it, yeah, send me an email. I'll send you my address or whatever you need. Don, I listen to a shitload of audiobooks. Yeah, RC is the best soda for tavern style pizza. I won't die on that hill. See, all right, yeah, man, and everybody's got to stand their ground. I totally respect that, Rob. Like, yeah, everybody should defend their thing, and if it's what you believe in, and you're educated, and knowledgeable in it, and yeah, rock out with your bad self. But yeah, I think when it comes to stuff like that too, that's personal preference. So yeah, whatever soda you like. I had a friend that yeah, he's a seven figure guy, but he liked the Sam's Choice soda. He liked it, and it was the best soda he ever had. And it clearly it had nothing to do with economics. He had other sodas in his house. He had Coke and Pepsi and stuff for guests and everything. But something about the Sam's Choice cola was priceless. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Cannon's like, I like crayons. And Cannon's not cheap about it either. He wants the name brand stuff. He wants Crayola. Not nothing but for the best for our finest, right? Yeah, how are we doing on yeah, guys. Hey, Grumpy Grunt's gonna be starting in a few minutes here, like I think 3 or 4 minutes or something like that. So if you don't know Grumpy Grunt, check him out. If you do know Grumpy Grunt, we all love him. He's one of our Crayola crayon eating buddies as well. Yeah, he's an ex-marine. Well, I don't know. You're not allowed to say ex-marine, but yeah, Grumpy Grunt served in the Marine Corps. He's got a channel on there. He pops up. He's been back to doing lives. So yeah, check it out. Do a little search. Does anybody have a link to Grumpy Grunt we can drop? I don't have that. I don't have anything prepared for that. But yeah, or you can search him Grumpy Grunt. He's on there. He'll be starting live in a couple of minutes now. Um, for those of you who know him, I'll most likely see you there. Actually, I'm going to be a little bit late because I'm going to go take a break in the yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. Gotta do the thing in the morning in the the other room, the special room, the private room, where we store the shit tickets. um, what about camp axes? Yeah, what about we're wrapping them up, man. You can catch us again later or send me an email or something about camp axes or something like that, dude. But yeah, we're wrapping it up. Like, I get you want to get that last question in there, but yeah, we're wrapping this up. We're gonna go hang out with our buddy Grumpy. Thanks for everybody hanging out today. I doubt you learned very much today, but I think everybody had a good laugh. So we scored in that department. Typically, we like to learn a little something, laugh a little, but and if both happen, then hey, kudos to you. That's our ultimate goal is to learn a little, laugh a little. Everybody loves a good fart joke. We'll see you on the next one. Everybody have an awesome day. Take care. Be well. See you soon.